Alrighty, finished up removing all the parts from their trays, and I didn't realize a few things when I was reviewing them. I didn't realize, at first I thought they were all the same dark gray color, but I see that this is light gray, and this is the dark gray. The dark gray has a bit of a hint of a brownish tone, which I didn't notice. I'm not going to use brown, of course. But I said, all right, fine. At least now I know. Because, you know, when it's in the bags, you don't see it right. You got to take them out of the bags and take a look at it. And it would have been nice if this was colored, you know, as I use as another reference. But you have to decipher what it is. Luckily, I was. And then I go, okay, realize, okay, there's not three versions of white. There's just white and gray. The light gray, which is this one right here. So that's fine. We got that separated here. We have all the whites here. The kind of medium gray, you could say, and that one's dark gray. Plus the blue, the dark blue, and the kind of like violet purplish blue type thing, which is going to make it unique on the kit. And as I was removing all these parts, I was like saying to myself, "Ooh, boy, it brings back memories." And one of the memories is actually the 3.0 RX-78-2 that I built a long time ago, and I don't even know where the hell that is at this moment. And that kit is like all over the place, you know. Not many people want to buy a 3.0 because it's so complicated. You want to build something big, but you want to take too long to make it. So 2.0 is fine, even the 1.5. 3.0, that's a lot of parts right there. And in all due fairness, I don't remember it being that well stable. But that was an opinion a long time ago, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But this actually reminds me of the 3.0 setup and layout of how this kit looks. So right now I'm going to begin cleaning. I'm going to clean up the whites first and then the blues. Then when I get into the dark gray and dark gray, I'm going to see if I can build the inner frame and just have it assembled and have it shown here. You know, obviously I want to advance myself in building the inner frame quickly. I don't have to do each individual part painted directly, like I've done all the time. So if I can, I'll build the inner frame first, and then we'll compare it on its size and look. So give me some time while I take care of that. And here it is, the inner frame of the RX-78-2 2.0. I have to admit, I was not expecting something like this. I didn't expect the multi-layers of parts that this kit was going to have. I was expecting maybe a direct copy to the 3.0 master grade, but Bandai really put a lot of work into this. Not only that, it looks almost identical to the inner frame of the PG new Gundam that came out a few years ago. PG Unleashed new RX-78-2. But I'm also surprised of how sturdy and strong this kit is. It's very tight. For the most part, that is. Especially here in the legs. Okay, I'm a little late to the party. I understand. I know many of you guys have built this, but I'm going to say that I've never seen such an intricate part of the build where in the leg section you had to connect the part in one position, then turn it, then connect the part in another position, and then turn it, and that pretty much locks the parts into place and kicks in. And then once you merge everything in, you have a sturdy frame. It's basically you take three parts. The connections look like this. You put this one in here, put this one there, knock it in like that, and that's it. You're done. Not only it holds the part in, it actually, the fluid motion is perfect. I mean, look how well the leg looks like that. This one was the one that kind of threw me off because I didn't realize that this whole area is the knee section, which is extended out, but it acts it assists in the connection of all this. I was deeply afraid because of how many parts that this kit had, that I was about to. Well, okay, so me cleaning up this kit, there's a lot of the leftover, leftover sprue parts like that. Because I cut to the side, I didn't want to cut to the edge and then I damage it, especially on the armor. So my floor is littered with these right now, and I got to clean it up. And I had to like constantly take a look at it and the floor, and making sure that I didn't accidentally drop the part, and then couldn't distinguish from the sprue mark to the actual part itself. Thankfully, everything is all there. Yeah, this is amazing. How is it like this? Oh, of course, it's not all fun and games because this part here, I know that you got to put armor parts on it so it could hold into place. That's what I'm thinking of. I didn't put the covers on this yet. Let me just do this. Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. I like that. Very nice. Now I'm a little disappointed in the fact that I never got the Fat Cat 1/100 scale version of this upscale kit. I mean, I lost money. Don't get me wrong, and I'm a little pissed, but I would have been deeply taken back of its construction, of how it looks. I know that they made a Fat Cat version of the real grade God Gundam kit, which in reality I have the real grade somewhere around here. But still, this is amazing construction. I mean, how do you top this off? I mean, other than the G Gundam, what's the next real grade? We haven't heard nothing, absolutely nothing from Bandai in reference to real grades. And then me building this kit, said to myself, what are you guys doing? Okay, great, you made a Gundam base, a G3, maybe a prototype color version down the road, maybe a clear version. A mechanical clear version would have been great also. Now, the one thing, of course, is that I am not going to do, after now putting this kit, assembling this kit, is I am not going to paint individual colors on this. Because there's three colors here. You have the gray, you have the dark gray, you have the light gray. The light gray, I got to see if these light grays are going to show through. I know this one's going to show through, this one's going to show through, maybe, I don't know, and this one's going to show through, and some here as well. There is, well, yeah, I gotta remove it and paint that. But the rest, hell no, I'm not gonna paint two colors on this. I'm gonna paint the whole thing in the same color because it's gonna be ridiculous for me to paint individual colors with this, considering the fact it's going to be covered up with armor. And yes, I know many of you guys are saying, well, you did it with the PG new Gundam. Well, that's a PG new. That's a given. Right there. Now, even though this thing is done with the inner frame. I mean, I have all the hand parts here, which are parts forming hands. I have the parts of the shield here. I got to clean up these colors. This one's cleaned up. I believe I'm going to be assembling the weaponry soon. Here's the grays, which I'm going to see if I can clean up. But I need to clean all the whites and then all the blues, the dark blues. Get that taken care of. Oh yeah, this is very nice. I could look at this all day. I'm going to take some photographs before I begin assembly. There is something I want to show off, so I'm going to take that off. Because you have the core fighter. It's like, oh no, you're taking my guts off. If I can get it out. Come on, get it out. Thank you. Now, at first I thought you need the core fighter to hold it in, but in reality there's a part here that you can connect from the back. And it looks like that. Like Now, I didn't put the cover on the core fighter. I gotta pull this out a bit and lift that up. Then turn that. Turn this. Turn that. Then there's these very, very small landing gears that in truth I'm going to probably use it once and they are going to probably be put away or whatever. Which is of course a bummer, because why didn't Bandai introduce, where the hell is, oh wait, that's right, I gotta pull this out. Why didn't Bandai introduce a second core fighter to have it on display? I mean, it's kind of cutie, you know. Come on, get out. Shoot. Can this, no, this cannot lock into place once you pull that out. So if you go back in again, you have to yank it out again. There we go. That is an adorable looking core fighter. And the wheels keep coming off. There we go. This I gotta take apart, and it's gonna be a pain to take it apart so I can paint it, the blue and the white. However, I may not paint it at all if it's going to be covered up by the waist, by the actual armored parts. But I think I will paint it. I think, yeah, it has to be painted for this kit. And just to show a size comparison of how big this guy is, here's the high-grade aerial, which I painted a while back. Very nice. Very cool. Bigger of course, but remember, it doesn't have its feet, it doesn't have its armor on it, it doesn't have the signature V-fin. Still, the aerial will be bigger than this kit. So yeah, it's you know what, I'm very happy with how this is looking. I really am. And if you guys can get your hands, you know what, the 2.0 is everywhere. Not the Gundam base version, which I'm painting right now, but the original one is out there. Especially if you want to go to Gundam Planet, I'll put a link down below. You know, tell them I sent you. They'll hook me up, hook you guys up, and me as well. Since all their paints that I have is going to be used on this kit. So I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. I'm going to finish up the parts. I'm going to put them on clips. And then in the next video, I will of course begin the painting phase of this build. So let me take care of that in a few moments, alright?